Hey folks, Jordan with my strategic forecast Inside the Numbers Live. And I wanted to do something a little bit different today and cover a trade that I had on Wednesday. What's unique about this trade is it's actually one that I had initially missed. And so I had made some adjustments based on David's notes and the training that he had provided to be able to come up with a bearish trade on Wednesday using the SDS leveraged ETF, which is 2 times bearish against the S&P 500. Now, what's interesting about this is not only did I miss the initial trade entry that David had taken, but I also took a bearish trade on a day when the market was relatively bullish. So let's dive in, and I want to show you how I actually put this together. Now, the initial trade setup was pretty simple. David shorted the market when it hit the 380, 350. I missed this, but then I noticed something quite interesting. You'll see right here on the hourly chart how we got a bit of a reversal candle with that 380, 350. Using that and some of the content that's found in the coursework, I realized that I could actually take a trade betting against the S&P 500 using an hourly close above the high here as a stop out for the trade. And from there, all I really had to do was trade for lower prices. So that's exactly what I did, and you can see the entry here using the SDS. Now the SDS is an inverse ETF against the S&P 500. So I bought down here and ended up selling half of my position on a nice little run, and you can see where that occurred here as the market drifted a little bit lower around mid-morning. The rest of it was a risk-free trade that I left on with a stop back at my break-even, and I was able to walk away with a nice little profit. Now, David had gotten into this trade right on at 380, 350, and he was able to trade against that and make a nice healthy profit. I had actually waited until I had gotten a signal, and using the coursework, I combined timing and price to come up with a strategy where I could trade against this to bet against the market. And it was a relatively straightforward trade that worked out. What's unique about this, like I said, is that it didn't rely on me necessarily buying the SDS at 380, 350 when the market hit it the first time. I waited until, I had a different signal. And so that's a simple adaptation I applied to the trade to be able to make it my own. And I find a lot of times that setups like these are easier because when you have a candle to work with, it gives you something to trade against. And I teach the members of the live room how to do that on a regular basis so that they can develop their own setups and strategies tailored to their needs, because not everybody is comfortable buying straight at a level. I also explain to members how I scale out of trades, taking profits along the way and moving my stops to the previous profit targets as the trade continues. That allows me to lock in more and more profits as we go along and hopefully optimize the total amount that I get out of the trade. Again, this is just a little snippet of some of the education that we go through every day in the live room. On top of that, you get to see me take live trades and talk through them as I work through the numbers. Plus, we also have question and answer periods with David and a host of other information that traders get to enjoy, including options education and more. There's a 7-day free trial for anybody that's interested. That way you can find out whether it's right for you. My name is Jordan with my strategic forecast Inside the Numbers Live. Thanks for joining.